Well, hello. Sorry I'm late, everybody. I am 9 minutes late. I know. Don't worry, I haven't been Epsteined. I just needed to finish a few things. Do thumbnails, grab a beer, get the cats fed. That was the most important thing. And now we're here. So, my apologies that I've been away all week. There was a death in the family, and we had the funeral this week, so I was playing host to several members of my family. But that's all done now. They left yesterday. And obviously now I had to... Yesterday after I cleared up everything, I made sure today would be free. So I'll be doing today with Epstein. Tomorrow I've got something else, and then maybe Sunday I can stream more. But yeah, life seems to find a way to get in the way, but I am determined to continue narrating the Epstein Files. Now, what are we going to be narrating? Well, currently we're on the DOJ disclosures, and we are still going through dataset 4. There's a lot of stuff there, and we're still nom-nomming our way through that. But in the news, obviously, we've seen some interesting things. Prince Andrew, or the former Prince Andrew, because he's had his titles taken away, he's been arrested and then released. Yeah, he's under active investigation in my country, but the actual reasons are, I think, it's misconduct of public office. So it's a corruption charge rather than actual paedophilia. However, I suspect if we grill him, we may be able to get some good stuff out of it. That said, I don't want this to just be a sacrificial lamb. We still need to keep probing. We still need to dig deeper. We still need to uncover all of the names of who's involved and bring every single one of them to justice. So while Prince Andrew will face some justice, and honestly, I'm up for extraditing him to the US to properly grill him on that shit. Don't let this serve as a distraction. Don't let it serve as a sacrificial lamb for the rest to get away. Keep going on about it. Keep talking about this. Keep exposing it. And we'll get the victim justice. At least in the case of finally actually taking action against Prince Andrew, perhaps we can get some proper justice for Virginia Giuffre, who was the trafficked victim of Epstein that went public and specifically named Andrew. So thanks to the actions of that brave lady, we got Prince Andrew. And we've got Prince Andrew pretty deep. I mean, he's not going to be able to scrum away. So I'm a little bit fearful for how this is currently being played out and how authorities are just tiptoeing around it. They've let the guy go after arresting him. So he's currently back. I mean, bail, I don't think would have been a good idea. I would have just locked him up and just not released him. In the similar way to Ghislaine Maxwell. But, you know, I will take what I can get. That said, of course, speaking about Virginia Giuffre, any proceeds gained from this content and any of my other Epstein coverage will go to Speak Out, Act and Reclaim, SAW, which was founded by Virginia Giuffre, who's unfortunately now deceased. Now, while they're not publicly accepting donations, and I was unable to sort of set up any kind of fundraiser via YouTube, I will keep the money until they are accepting donations, at which point I will let everybody know that I've made that donation to them. Alternatively, if SAW becomes defunct in any way, or if they get to a point where they never accept any donations, I will instead try and find a similar charity or organization, like a worthy success, a worthy destination for the funds instead of just SAW. So basically, I'll make no money from this. Any kind of revenue that these streams get whatsoever, they're just going to go to the charity. But as I say, I mean, it's doing the Epstein Files in 2024 at the start of that year. I very much identify with Virginia Giuffre's cause in a way, and she was very, very brave for what she did coming forward. And sadly, I think the whole media circus and attention and perhaps some harassment from some of the Epstein associates, most notably Ghislaine Maxwell, I think may have unfortunately contributed to her unfortunate death. But because she named Prince Andrew, that was instrumental in locking him down and getting the smoking gun with him. Now that said, there are others. A lot of these names are redacted, and there are a lot of people being protected. It is my hope, and it's my hope to expose them, and I'd like to give a shout out to all the other YouTube creators out there that are doing their part to help expose this mess. As I say, I don't care like what political spectrum they are. I don't care, you know, if their company's like really awesome or something like that. I don't care about any of that. If they have committed these heinous acts, I want the full force of the law to nail them to the fucking wall, and I want justice for the victims as well, and that is it. So none of this tribalism, none of this is like, oh, you know, this political person is so much worse than this. None of that kind of stuff. If they are guilty, make sure they are punished. That's what I'm looking for. Anyway, let's carry on. Let's go away from that. Let me just bring you back to the actual files themselves. There we go. All right. So we're continuing from file. No, we're not quite there. Let me go back. So carrying on from file 6104 in dataset 4. Oh, great. Serial report for case 31E MM108062-SBP. So, columns, serial number, and title. So, 87. You follow provide phone and toll records. 86. Provide toll records and subscriber information. 85. Provide billing and toll information. 84. Provide subscriber and billing information. 83. Subscriber and billing information for 561 790 5475. 82. Subscriber and billing information for 561 676 5619. 81. Provide subscriber and billing information. These you follows their repeats. I've already said that once, so I'm not gonna do any unnecessary repeats like that. But any repeats, I will note how many entries there are. So from serial number 80 to 72, we've got requests for all account and billing information. There's all these entries here. Serial number 71, RE subpoena. 70, request for all account and billing information. From 69 to 60, that is automated serial permanent charge out. And from 26 to 25 is request for all account and billing information. Request at 24 is request for all accounting and billing information. 23 to 19 is request for all account and billing information again. And it looks like 18 to 3 is they're requesting automated serial permanent charge out. 2 is request for all account and billing information. And 1 is to request the opening of subfiles in captioned case. So that looks like some internal work here. Now, I did scout ahead a little bit. This should be something a bit more interesting. Okay. FBI Miami, name squad redacted, FTP RA, 16320 NW 2nd Avenue, North Miami Beach, Florida, 33169-6508. And redacted only for internal use. 2. All of these cities, we did this in the last stream, so this would be a repeat of that, and it's New York City that is ticked. So all of these are not ticked at all. We went through the entire list of these cities, and rather than being states or specific countries, they are cities either like local or foreign, where the FBI has some kind of presence, from what I can see. And classification level, unclassified, not sensitive. Attention, SA, redacted. Now, I will mention also that my setup has changed a little bit in the background. If we have a look there, I've taken most of the Christmas cards down. My bookshelf looks a lot tidier, and that's also because of this other thing. That is a cat tower. The cats will be climbing up that. You will hopefully see them on the webcam at some point. However, when they show up, when they like to climb the cat tower, they like to knock things off the bookshelf. Any loose items up there, I have had to move, because they will not stop knocking them off. And it's really annoying. So yes, you will see them climb up later. I will draw attention to them when they do. A little bit of like points of interest just in between reading all of this. Anyway, complaint form, FD71, Rev 41392. Note, handprint names legibly, handwriting satisfactory for remainder. Indices, see below. Subject's name and alias, Jeffrey Epstein. Character of case, child pornography. Complaint, no ticking on protect source, but there is redaction there. Complaint received, telephonic complaint. There was also personal, as there was an option. Address of subject, nothing there. Complaint's address, I think it's complainant's address and telephone number, redacted. Pub in Reading. All of this is not selected, so address your subject, race, age, scars and other data, sex, height, hair, build, birthday and weight, birthplace, weight, eyes, complexion, social security number. None of that's there. So, facts of complaint. Facts of complaint. Complainant stated... No. Stayed? Yeah. Complainant stated that she is a professional artist and took pictures of her sisters 12 and 14 years for her own personal artwork. Epstein stole the photos and negatives and is believed to have sold the pictures to potential buyers. Epstein at one time requested Redacted to take pictures of young girls at swimming pools. Fucking Christ. Epstein is now threatening Redacted that if she tells anyone about the photos, he will burn her house down. So 1 circle in red, 1-C20, 1-66F-10119-sub-B, redacted. Do not write in this space. 145C-O-343-TH. Serialized TH, file TH, MISC. And that's September 13th. That stamp is September 3rd, 1996. So, is this when this... That's the earliest date we found, 96. And I want us to say that this address of this year of 92? Yeah. But 96 is the specific stamp that's stamped there. So that's the 92 and 96. These are the earliest dates we're dealing with of this shit going down. So 30 years ago, basically, when this potentially was done. Although this a stamp like this, it could last like for a long time. Maybe that was just the last, I don't know, the last type of stamp they had at the time. I don't know. But 1996, and it's 2026 right now. This has been going on for years. Let's move on to the next one. I might actually clip that, mark that as a point of interest. Okay, so we've got a fully redacted page here. Now, as is normal with incidents like this, I will note how many fully redacted pages there are. Sadly, there's nothing in front that we can get any context from, but if there's anything behind, maybe we can have some added context. So I'm going to count now. Redacted pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. Hello, Dex. Oh, Clara. 90. 91, 92, 93, 94, 95. There's a cat. Now, Clara, you're making me lose my place. 95, 96, 97, 98. So there is 99 or 100 in there. I lost my count thanks to this gremlin of a cat. However, that is a considerable amount of redacted pages. There is nothing else on this file. Now, based on what we had before, we had a sort of a witness complaint form. And honestly, it was marked that long ago. They left details that lends credence to it being credible. However, we just had like 100 odd completely redacted pages, and while I know there's like a trick to unredact certain things in these files, like this is just a completely blank page. I've got nothing to go off, I'm afraid. So yeah, that is not great. I don't know what this is. Better part of 100 pages here. I don't really appreciate that. And my cat's been a gremlin behind my computer. I just want to make sure she doesn't turn my PC off again. But she might go on the cat tower right behind me here. Dexter was up there for so long. And hopefully you'll get to see him a little bit more. Because Clara's normally been... Oh no, Dexter is eating the cardboard box. That's great. I have a cardboard box which I'm basically going to rip up, put it around my PC and sort of protect it. But I didn't have time to do that today because I was recording the videos. Anyway, next file. Okay, this might be a similar situation. If it is, I'm not going to be happy. Redacted pages 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. I've probably lost count now. I think that's 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Jesus Christ. Another 100 docs that are completely redacted. Right, let's see. Is it going to be the same for this one? Alright, we're going to do something different. We're going to use the number at the bottom here. So I'm going to bring up my calculator. I'm going to note the number there. I'm going to start scrolling. And it doesn't look like we're going to get anything here. Okay, that was 54. 54 blank docs. Hopefully we get something better in this one. Okay, we got something different. Jane Doe number 10 in brackets. Jane Doe number 10 in Jane Doe number 10 redacted in brackets. This could refer to a nickname. Because obviously a lot of these victims knew each other, so they would have known each other potentially by an alias. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I want to have continuous scroll, thank you. Alright. OA147, 10:30, redacted. Redacted on Friday, around 2 o'clock, I want to say. This handwriting is god-awful. Jeffrey, E.F. And this is backwards. So I want to say that's a backwards 04... 0105, number 1. OA81. Important message for Jeffrey. Date 12/04/04. Time 2:55 p.m. I think M and of would refer to like the date, but they haven't put anything here. And this is from Redacted. Options here we've seen: phone, mobile. We got telephone, came to see you, wants to see you, returned your call, please call, we'll call again, rush, special attention. None of this is marked. Message: redacted, would like to work at 4 p.m. if possible. Redacted is scheduled for 5 today. Signed, the movie is at 7:30. That might be a signature. There looks more like a scribble. Okay, so this would normally be something. This would normally be something like you stick in like a letterbox if you want to deliver a parcel and the people are out. I've seen that before. Sorry, I thought someone was behind me. But yeah, it's probably like an internal memo, and this is just the type of form they use. All right, Jane Doe number 12 and 12 to 13 or 12 and number 13. This is redacted. I mean, they have got sisters in these, but I've got sisters in these before. Anyway, okay, we got the same format. So I've given you the format for these forms. So I've got a really snotty nose. So I won't do the repeats. I will, for ease of flow, I will do sort of the message of what it says. So important message for Jeffrey, date August 2nd, time 12:45 p.m. Month redacted, phone mobile redacted. So this person telephoned, message they are available all weekend, and redacted, maybe redacted too, signed redacted. So these could be like the availability of victims. And you can see, we have a cat behind me. They are already in a place where a cat should not be. And my karate black belt is on the top of the bookshelf. They seem to love to try and pull it down for some reason. So we're going to see that happen this stream, I'm sure. So yeah, I think this is a memo concerning potential victims. Trouble is, we don't necessarily know. I'm sure we'll get some more context as we go along. Important message from Mr. Epstein, date 7/25/04, so 2004, and time 5:08 p.m. We got redacted phone mobile, message returning your call, in quotation marks like this. That could be a euphemism for something. Signed redacted. And look, we have a Dexter behind me too. There we go. This was a good feature. My aunt, when she came down for the funeral, she gave me this cat tower. Because she's got cats as well, they don't use this cat tower. My two love it. So, yeah. I deliberately put it there just so you can see them a little bit. So they can play around. But Jesus Christ, Clara, you should not be doing that shit. Okay, let's carry on. I'm getting distracted. Important message for redacted. Date August 2nd. Time, I want to say that says 2:04, maybe. Redacted. So month. I'm assuming that just says that's just the date there. Phone mobile redacted. Special attention. I think that's marked. Message. Please call in reference to redacted. Oh, Jesus. To redacted the something photo, I think that is. Where something I moved. There is something Maxwell request. Yeah, that's really fainted out. That's really not good. Signed redacted. Important message for Mr. Epstein. Date 7/25/04. Time 1:48. Doesn't say AM or PM. So of Mrs. Maxwell. They telephoned and please call. Message. Tell him to call me. Signed redacted. All right. Jane Doe number 14 redacted. Important message for redacted. Date 1st. 26/05. This is probably like the American way of doing dates, where you put the month, then the day, then the year, which feels weird for me because we always do it day, month, year, but you know, you do you. And time 1:30 p.m. Mobile phone, you know the number. Message, she is confirming for 5:30 p.m. Signed, whoever this person is. For JE, date 1/27/05, date 2:15 p.m. Redacted, phone mobile redacted. Message, please call her back. And that's all we got. For JE, date 1/28/05, date 6:40 p.m. Redacted of redacted, phone mobile redacted. Please tell him that I called is the message. And this is the same signature here. I think it's the same signature here as well. For JE, date 1/28/05, date 2:40 p.m. Redacted of a mobile phone redacted. Message, please tell him that I called. This person's very insistent. What have you knocked down? What are you doing? Yes, you're being naughty. Yes, you are. Ah, dear. I'm sorry, I've been yakking all day. I've been doing recordings and everything. My throat is starting to die a little. Anyway, next one. Jane Doe number 15, redacted. Continuous scroll. Important message for JE, date 10th 1st 05, time 2:50 a.m. Redacted, telephoned. Signed JE. For JE, date 10th 1st 05, 9:50 a.m. Message. Oh, redacted confirmed at 11 a.m. and redacted 4 p.m. Signed Jane. So yeah, these could be times for victims and various victims he was commenting. Oh, sorry, contacting, I should say, not commenting. Oh dear, definitely not a good idea to drink a beer while I'm doing this. But also it could just be internal staff memos, unfortunately. But if it's in a potential victim folder, that adds the context, I think. For JE, date 10th 1st 05, I think that's a 7:10 p.m. M redacted, mobile phone redacted. They telephoned and signed JE. There's no message here. For JE, 10th of the 1st 05, 10:15 a.m. They telephoned again with no message. Okay, OA 147, 10:30 redacted. Redacted on Friday around 2 o'clock. This is a repeat. And this is also the backwards 04, 0105 number 1. So we've had that before, but that's the end of that file. Okay, Jane Doe number 16, redacted. Fucking continuous scroll, there we go. So, for JE, date 10th 3rd 05, time 2:50 p.m. They telephoned with no message. For JE, 10th 2nd 05, 9:05 p.m. Sandy Burger. Yeah, I think that's the name. Sandy Burger. Phone telephone redacted. Message. Can you call him at this number between 10 and 10:30 p.m. Signed J. Okay. For JE, date 10th 3rd 05, time 4:10 p.m. The message is redacted, will be half an hour late. Signed J. For Mr. J. Epstein, date 10th 2nd 03, time 12:30 p.m. And redacted. They've telephoned with no message. Signed Redacted. I want to know who that is. For JE, date 10th 1st 05. Dexter, stop trying to get behind my PC. Thank you. Thank you for your understanding, Kitty. You are normally the good cat, so I'll let it slide. Clara's normally the pain in the ass. Speaking of which, she is on my bookcase. She's by my play button. Alright. For JE, date 10th 1st 05, 2:50 a.m. They've telephoned. Signed J. For JE, date 10th 1:05, 9:30 a.m. Redacted. Message. Redacted confirmed at 11 a.m. and redacted 4 p.m. This might be a repeat. Okay, we've got a name here. For JE, date 10th 1st 05, time 7:10 p.m. John Brockman. Phone mobile redacted. They've telephoned. No message. Signed J. For JE, date 10th 1st 05, 10:15 a.m. Redacted. Phone number. Phone mobile redacted. They've telephoned. No message. Signed J. So he's clearly a very busy guy. He's constantly getting these messages. Ooh, people have said hello. Yep, hello to Soviet Norway 8305. The homie redacted. Yep. I've specifically made a note of that. I'm not very happy with those. Almost like 250 pages of just straight up redactions. It's, as much as I can joke about how that makes my job easier, I'm not here to have an easy job. I'm here to expose this shit as much as I can. Bugman 890, hello indeed. Right, so these ones are done. Okay, messages. 4:27 p.m. I had redacted on the line for you. All this is redacted on the side. Redacted 4:28 p.m. Please call. Redacted 4:29 p.m. Redacted can work tomorrow at 4 p.m. Redacted 4:41 p.m. I had Redacted on the line for you. He will call back since he has no reception in the library. Redacted 4:45 p.m. I forwarded helicopter pictures from Redacted to your Yahoo. Redacted 4:47 p.m. I had Redacted on the line. Redacted 4:50 p.m. Redacted got a anesthesian license and cannot do facials. Redacted 4:54 p.m. Jim works in Paris. 3 weeks and a half to finish. Pinto waiting for a starting date. Must be 8 days in advance to organize it. Redacted 4:55 p.m. The mail server is down, but I will in with the plans as soon as I can. Outstanding 4:56 p.m. Redacted did not call back. Redacted. Call is 4:56 p.m. and this is all redacted. So it makes me think that these are logs of perhaps receptionists and stuff like that. But if these are receptionists, like sort of middlemen between Epstein and the messages and all of this, surely one of them would have raised the whistle or would have blown the whistle. I mean, the earliest date we've seen on these files is in the 1990s. So yeah, I mean, surely like people were, to a degree, possibly aware of his actions, and it's just nothing has been actionable. Like people can't, go on anything really. But apparently, like the FBI were aware of Epstein like long before all this stuff blew up. So yeah, justice moves a little bit slower for some people than others. Anyway, all right, next file. Jane Doe number 2, redacted. Continuous? Okay, there we go. Important message, 4JE, date 14:08:03, 15:45 p.m. M redacted, phone redacted. They've telephoned, please call, not even signed. For, Ja Epstein, I think, J.A. 03:11:03, date, Clara, no, get out from there. There's a good girl. Sorry, I don't have my PC properly protected, but I'm paranoid because she turned it off last stream. Okay, the telephone, please call, signed by redacted. Okay, time 3:24. Los Wexner, message, please call. For... Oh, I think this is Mr. Epstein. Okay, 03:14:03, time 1:27. I think that's AM. Tony, phone, redacted, signed by redacted. A telephone, please call. Clara, what are you doing? What are you doing? Would you like to come here? I really want to see if she will come on my shoulder. No, she's hiding behind my monitor. So if she stays there, she behaves, she can. I suspect she won't. So the fact that they mentioned Jane Doe's, I mean, the FBI have identified like potential victims of trafficking and by Epstein, but they can't identify them. But they do have some kind of references to them in the evidence. I think that's what this is aiming to signify. Oh, look, and Clara is deciding to go and walk about right behind my monitor. Please do not unplug anything in your clumsy attempt to get to the window ledge. Nope, you're all right. Nope, she's coming round. Clara, just stay in one place. Listen, you're also blocking my webcam. All right, let's hang on. Whoa, okay, let me just pick you up. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. There's a good girl. Let's put you here. He's a good girl. He's a good girl. He's a good girl. He's a good kitty. You're becoming an excitable little goblin. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. He's a good girl. Yeah, you like that, don't you? Shh, now calm down. I'm streaming at the moment. I'll play with you after the stream. And I did play with you earlier. Yes, I did. See, there's a good girl. There's a good girl. Sorry about that. Right. Next file. Jane Doe number 3, redacted. Okay. For Mr. J.E., date 11:08:04, time 1:10 p.m. Redacted under M. It says date something. M of... I'm not sure what that actually means. It's very, very tricky to get. Phone mobile redacted. Please call her? Yeah, okay. Sign redacted. Oh, this one's interesting. For Mr. J.E., date 11/08/04, time 11:15 p.m. M redacted. Phone mobile redacted. Message. I have a female for him. Well, that's pretty damning. It's stuff like, it's smoking guns like that where we want to sort of eliminate all possible doubt of what this is. So I have a female for him. That is pretty damning. For J.E., date redacted 11:45. Nothing there. For J.E., date 6:45 all of this is redacted. For Mr. J.E., 11:29:05, time 10 a.m. Redacted. Phone mobile redacted. Message, please call her. It doesn't say him. It says please call her. So these are all, yeah. Mr. J.E., date 1/29/05, time 10 a.m. Redacted of Brazil. Okay. Phone mobile redacted. Message, this is her new cell number. Please call her. Signed by redacted. For J.E., date 1/29/05, time 9 p.m. Redacted. Phone mobile redacted, and please call her back is the message. Signed redacted. For J.E., date 1/20/05, time 1:10 p.m. maybe. Redacted. Phone mobile redacted. Message, I have 2 female for her. Is that a female or 2 female? No, this could be the same one. The same one. All right, next pile. Jane Doe number 7, redacted in there. All right. Important message for J.E. All of this is redacted. Please call. Okay. Important message for redacted. Why is that redacted? I want to know who that's for. Date 7/17/04, time 8:02 a.m. OF redacted. Message, I am jet lag and nodding off. Just say I called her. Sign redacted. For Mr. Epstein, date 7/17/04, time 6:55 a.m. OF phone mobile all redacted. Message, me and redacted can come tomorrow anytime or redacted alone. Signed redacted. For redacted or Mr. Epstein. Why is this redacted? Mr. Epstein is obvious, but why is this person being redacted who is in the same breath as Epstein? I don't know. Date 07/17/04, time 6:45 a.m. Redacted, phone mobile redacted. Message, was in a car accident on her way, so she could not come. She just got back. Sign redacted. So yeah, presumably like excuses as to why they can't come by or why plans have failed. Still, some of these are pretty obvious. Obviously, like, you know, girls he's called over or girls that are expected to shop at a certain time. I think some of these, the wording has a bit more leeway than some of the other stuff, but yeah. Some of these, like, I have women for you, that kind of thing as well. That's pretty damning. And indeed, once witnesses are able to corroborate some of the stuff, that's when you can sort of use that. Sort of like evidence, like tying together, in a way. Anyway, Jane Doe's 1-19. Jesus, okay. Folder empty. Official dial-up instructions revised 10th April 2014. Okay. Oh, for fuck's sake. This is a long one. Alright. What are we doing with it? Let me just scout this ahead first. Oh, Christ. Flight logs. No, I don't think these are flight logs. These are telephone logs. So, okay. So, for ease of use, we're going to try and like nix repeats in the bud when we can. Customer service number 1-800-937-8997, June 21st, 2006. Itemized details for redacted, account number redacted. Page 43 of 111. So, local airtime, long distance, and international charges continued. So, I think these are our calls. So, all these numbers seem to be redacted. We can sort of detail the minutes. Mostly short calls are 1 minute. Airtime charges 35p or cents. Total 35 cents. So we're going to try and breeze through this quickly. We're going to see if there's any points of interest we can do, because if not, this is very, very samey. All of these destinations are calls to New York, New York. These ones here. Then white PLS New York, which are these here. So we've had these ones, a 6-minute call, 26-minute call here, call type A. But the rest of these are all just 1 minute. So I'm just going to go through and see if there's anything interesting here. This one can be easily breezed over, because a lot of these call types is mainly F. Minutes is mainly 1. And there's not like no airtime charges, so it makes me think that these calls are within the country. But if anything interesting shows up that isn't this, oh no. Call type A, call waiting, B, call forward, C, conference call, E, data fax, F, mobile to mobile, G, voicemail, H, free calls. Okay. So this type A, for example, is a call waiting. They were waiting for 26 minutes and someone wasn't answering, maybe. Or maybe they were just, chatting for that long. And we got one for 29 minutes here. Now, see, there's stuff like that breaks the pattern. But, unfortunately... Okay, we have an incoming call here, 105, by PLS New York, and this is 9 minutes, a charge of 13.15. But yeah, this is all from the same place. White PLS and New York, New York. Incoming, incoming, incoming. This is very samey. So I'm actually tempted to breeze past this because all of this is repeats. But yeah, as I say, it's all 1 minute, 2, 4 minutes, 2, 3 minutes, 2 minutes. I'm just going to go for highlights. This one, for example, is an incoming for 19 minutes and then a 7. It could be possible, 90 minutes here. So it could just be the same person calling twice. So we can breeze past that. These are all 1 minutes from the same places. Brooklyn, NYC, NY on the 6th, 17th, 06. Bronx, NYC, there's also calls from there. Mount Vernon, New York. Caton, CATONSVL, MD. That's a new one. It's a different state as well. Direct assist. Number called 411. So I think 411 is like you call a free number and then you sort of tell them what you want and it sort of connects. It was a weird thing back in the day. I used to use it for prank calls, 411. Block number, which is this one here. Interesting. But yeah, these are all repeats. Ooh. All repeats. Yeah, a voicemail retrieval. Number called 123. 123 could be the number he calls for his voicemail. That could be something interesting to note. Queens, NYC. That's a new location. But white PLS, that's all the same. Total 0 VM calls. Okay, and this could be no, this isn't the end of the month. Could be the end of the week. Yeah. And the subtotal for all of that is $85.23. I mean, the dude went back and forth with a lot of text, but it seems to be mainly just quick 1 minute calls. So it makes me think it's not that important. I think the more interesting thing would be email. Email is more of a smoking gun, especially as far as evidence collection, and it's also a lot easier than just calling people, I suppose. Anyway, messenger charts, AOL bulletin, incoming, AOL bulletin, incoming. That's all the same as well. Subtotal for messaging charges, 160. Premium services, yes, T-zones. So it's ringtone charges. Unfaithful by UMG Rihanna. Where'd you go by Warner? Why You Wanna by Warner T. Unfaithful by UMG Rihanna. So he had these as ringtones. Maybe that could... I've never listened to these songs before. Maybe you can add some insight into that. Wallpaper charges. I mean, this is 2006. Obviously, stuff on mobile phones and all of that. That was a bit different at the time. Now you can just like upload an MP3, do what you like. But back in the day, it's like the tech was harder to sort of customize. So yeah, wallpaper charges. World Cup Ghana by Movizo, and total of all usage charges 96.28. So yeah, a lot of customizations. Okay, something new here. Account service detail for subscriber redacted. Available service type whenever weekend. Fam time units numbers 1000. NTS 1000. Maybe it's just like, oh yeah, 3 minutes 1000. 3 minutes 1000. T-Mobile to T-Mobile unlimited. User or loser minutes, none there, unlimited. So yeah, he was a T-Mobile user. Use service included plan minutes, peak 631, off peak 185, weekend 472. Megatone messages 1, T-Mobile to T-Mobile, none there, peak 2055, off peak 1334, weekend 1748. Text message received, messages 47, text messages sent, messages 186. Okay, monthly service charges, partial monthly charge for enhanced voicemail from 8206 to 82206, and then 8306 to 72006. Nothing's there. Usage charges, local airtime, long distance, and international charges 189. Messaging charges 2330. Premium services 199. Other charges, non-communications related. Equipment Protect by Asurion 599. Taxes, fees, and surcharges. Federal Universal Service Fund, State Gross Receipts Tax, State Sales Tax, State's Telecom Excise, County Surcharge, County Telecom Excise, MCTD Surcharge, Local Sales Tax, State 911, County 911, Regulatory Programs Fee, 044, 010, 108, 068, 004, 054, 017, 119, 120, 030, 086. Under regulatory programs fees, fee we collect and retain to help cover our costs related to funding and complying with government mandates, programs, and obligations. Total charges $39.77. And then we got more of the same here. So white PRS NY, all of this is for 1 minute, like no charges. These are all pieces. I can breeze through that. There's nothing. We've got a call for 48 minutes. Does that count as interesting? Considering everything else, I'm not sure. But yeah, I hope you guys don't mind. I'm not narrating like this entire page because it's all repeats. And it's all repeats on the same day, I should point out. There are so many like 1 minute calls on the same day. It could just be like, yes, no, whatever. It could be anything. Or it could just be like internal calls to members of his staff, for example. Like, ring, ring. Hi, can you get me a coffee? 2 sugars. Bang, hang up. It could be anything like that, I can imagine. Bronx. Yeah, we don't see many calls in the Bronx here, but there are a few. White PLS, NY. Yeah, again, it's all the same. It's just 1 minute, and then you get these random ones with 8 minutes, 10 minutes. You know, not seeing anything for longer than an hour yet. So we're just gonna keep going down. Okay, 61 minutes. At 8:45 p.m. So that was a call for over midnight, essentially. That's interesting. The same call for 120 minutes. 1:13 p.m. That's a really, really long call, especially after all these like minute-long calls here. Don't want to knock my mic. Easy to go. Cool. Clara is sleeping on top of a cat tower. That's good. As for Dexter, I don't know where he is. He's probably exploring the rest of the house while it's nice and quiet. Okay, 30, New York. Nothing really there. As I say, all of this is repeats. The only thing that changes, the time, where it's just like, it's every couple of minutes. Sometimes the amount of minutes, but there's nothing of interest here. Minutes 22, there. All of these, one longest call here is 3 minutes, and there's all 1 minutes there. 80 minutes random call here on the 27th of June, 06. Hey, Dexter. Sorry, I hear him meowing outside. So, oh, Alexa, quiet. Hello. Oh, here he is. Here's a good boy. There's a good boy. Now, normally you're the good cat. You're not gonna disrupt my stream, are you? You're not gonna do that. You're meant to be the good cat. Well, okay, you're currently rubbing up against my mic. We can't have that. There we go. You're a good boy. Why don't you come sit here? Come sit here and let me pet you while I read some boring numbers. You're a good boy. So yeah, 101 minutes there. There we go. You're a good boy. Yep, all repeats there. At the same place as well. We got a new one here. 1-800 number. There could be an error or something. There's a good boy. Yes, you good boy. You like that? Oh, don't knock. No. Okay, he just knocked over one of my speakers. Unfortunately, I don't need that to do the stream. But he did actually just scare the shit out of himself, so he's run away. Okay. Again, all 1 minute calls. 68 minutes there. I'm just going to quickly scroll down through this. Nothing is jumping at me. Yeah, I mean, I guess the only points of interest here is like, okay, yeah, it's a 120-minute call. What do they call about? We have no way of knowing. But all I can say is there is a clear pattern here. He has many short little calls within a minute or something like that. So it could just be like confirmation of something. It's like, oh yeah, we're coming down, jolly good, 4 o'clock. Brilliant, do that. Job done, phone down. Like 40 minutes call, and then you've got these random 40-minute calls. I mean, it's such a difference, like between the 1 minute call and the 40-minute call. You know, I think the 40-minute call, that could be like with his rich and powerful friends, possibly, and the 1 minute call could be like internal staff calls or something, or just confirmation, or it's too hot to talk about on the phone. Send a letter, send an email, that kind of thing. That's what I theorize. Got some much longer calls here. 46, 57. There. 18. But yeah, these are all from sort of the same area, same place. So I'm going to carry on going down. I really hope we don't get too much of this. Yeah, 70, like 1 minute, a bunch of 1 minute calls, and then 71 minutes here. And there's a call waiting. So I guess it could just be like somebody's on hold, possibly. I don't know how his system would have worked. But, he's a financer. He wasn't like in a massive customer-facing role. But, all these calls like 10:01 to 10:05, all 1 minute calls, like just straight after each other. They're so quick, but he does like a cluster of calls within a certain short time period, and then he just goes off and buggers off and does other things. But it's very, very strange. I mean, almost like, as I say, hi, too spicy. Don't talk about it on the phone, possibly, or anything else. But these are all 1 minute calls. Very, very boring. Call for 115 minutes. We're there, which is quite wild. Random international call, Toronto, Ontario. Charging 20 cents for the international call. But there's just nothing else here, is there? And we have got something very similar. We see this is a repeat. Messaging charges, all of that. Confirmed. And there we go. These are, as I say, this format is a repeat, but it contains no real information. This one contains a gap in the redaction, which is weird, but there's nothing there. And again, these are repeats, like the 3 minutes 1000. And that's a repeat. Okay, we'll move past that. Now, my throat's really, really dying. I promise I'm not just scrolling for this just to be lazy. I mean, really, there is nothing I can read in this stuff. So, I'm gonna... Oh my god, it's the same here. This is a repeat as well. Alright, let's see if I can move past this. Got to be thorough, so I will scroll past this so you can see what I'm seeing. But this is... I mean, you can see on the stream. I mean, you know, number call, we don't know who that is. We just have a bunch of call logs saying the amount of minutes and the call destination. But the call destination, White PLS, New York, these are all repeats. We see this coming up quite often. Most of this is minute calls. This doesn't really tell us anything. Now, that is 214 minutes there for that one. You know, I can just imagine, like, you know, all the sorts of rich and powerful people they're calling, but we don't have the number, we don't have the name. So we have useless information. We just have data. And that is Dexter being a pain in the ass, going on the window ledge and, yeah, going for the blinds. So, yeah, this is a repeat again. We already did this the first time. So we will breeze past that. It's the same as we're doing for the blank pages, really. Yeah, there we go. Is it going to be the same for here? Yes, it is. Fucking hell, how many more of these do we have? 1, 2. Okay, we just got these 2. So we other random ones, other random call destinations like Cust Care. But yeah, all 1 minutes, all from the same location. There's barely any deviation from that, and even then, even if it is a deviation, it's nothing actionable. Like 53 minutes here, that's the call. Don't know who that's to. These are just the pure call logs, but he did a lot of calls, a lot of outbound stuff. We got a few other random calls here, like airtime charges total. Could just be he was on a plane when he made those calls. If it's airtime charges, I don't know what that means. But all the same, this isn't actionable data. So we're going to keep going. Call destination, YPLS, NY is all the same. Minutes, all one, apart from one random 36 there. Yeah, this I have no choice but to breeze through. Because I'm not repeating I'm not just going to, you know, repeat the lines for several hours. That is just all repeats there. All repeats, nothing I can use. And again, we've done this before. It's like messages 400, minutes 1000. It's the same here as well. Okay, and here, you know, minutes 1713. These ones are mostly from the Bronx. Don't know if that will change at some point. DIR assist. Number call 411 or direct assist maybe. But yeah, you can see like some of the call destinations change, but it's all the same. It's all the same names I've mentioned before. So 74 minutes in that random call, 105 minutes in that one in the 1866 number. But yeah, this is all repeats. Okay, we're eventually getting to something different. Okay, we can talk about this one. Customer Service Management v 7.20. Market VST Operator. Redacted. Window build calls ban 318440743 0127 2007. GSM redacted. 0323 2000. That is a third zero there, so 2001 to 9. Oh god. While I'm here, what was I going to say? Yeah, so these are phone logs. Like the police would normally call pick up these phone logs from an address, trying to work out who's been called. So this entire redacted column, that's the interesting part of the data that the FBI would want. The rest of this is just shit because there's nothing we can use, no conclusions we can draw, and it's all just a bunch of repeats. But we just want to know the numbers, like who keeps calling. You know, who are the more frequent callers? Can we trace them? Can we work out who they are from the call logs or from the National Registry or something? That's ideally what we want, but sadly that's all redacted. Anyway, did that, and okay, we've got something a little bit different here. I'll cover it, but there's plenty more repeats in here. So date and time, it was a 12/21/2006, 12 a.m. Int, serving area New York, yep, city called, white PLS, state NY, FTR mob, there's STD here, number called redacted, apart from 123, duration 1, SID voice stream. So yeah, these are all repeats. Yeah, as I say, the key information in these logs is just the number called, and we're not getting that. Not getting that at all. And there's nothing to narrate there. Alright, this is what we're looking for. Now I know that was Dexter who was meowing outside. Dexter! Where is he? He's around there somewhere. Alright, so we've actually breezed through these files a little bit quicker than I expected. I will be looking to stop at 11 o'clock tonight because my throat is really causing me some problems. That said, something we could have clipped at the start, that's great. Bunch of redacted files, and a bunch of call logs which I can't really narrate on the channel. But we got something a bit more interesting here. So, AU 1-108-062-1A, Volume 3, 1A11-1A26, completed section, 8062 underscore, not underscore, sorry, dash 1A31E. Yeah, and this package is that electrical tape, would you say? The tape you put on like an electric products or something. Do not destroy, as also says. Our grand jury material disseminate only in pursuant to Rule 6, Fed Arcrim. Yeah, so that's key evidence there. And maybe this is what's inside. Case ID 31EMM108062-1A envelope. MM11. Results from singular RE number S, redacted, bunch of redactions, administrative subpoena. MM12, admin subpoena results from singular RE, bunch of redactions. MM13, 1 CD containing toll records from redacted and documentation. MM14, subpoena results for redacted. MM15, admin subpoena for singular RE number redacted and results. MM16, original notes RE interview of redacted. MM17, subpoena results for redacted and redacted. MM18, subpoena results for redacted, subscriber info only. MM19, result of subpoena dated 12/22/2006. MM20, administrative subpoena regarding singular number redacted. MM21, subpoena results for Epstein and Company, redacted. MM22, subpoena results for information on redacted, Cell, ULA, Telephone, Sprint, Nextel, redacted. MM23, photograph shown to redacted. MM24, subscriber info and tel records, RE, redacted. MM25, JetBlue subpoena results. MM26, administrative subpoena for singular at RE, redacted and results. And at the bottom, 31E MM108062-1A. That's the case number that's being referred to everywhere. Oh, Christ. Let me just search something real quick. Oh dear. Nearly there. Alright, singular, raising. West Palm Beach, Florida, 33416-4679. SAFB, redacted. All this is redacted. West Palm Beach, Florida, 33401. Opened and inspected. 021A, dollars 02.550 0004341 des 28th 2006, mail from zip code 33407, United States Postage. So we have a lot of this evidence and stuff, and a lot of focus on 2006, but we have like stamps from the 1990s. So it could just be like the early 2000s, or when people were really starting to get aware of Epstein in the FBI and stuff. But you know, why have they taken so long? Oh, for fuck's sake. There's stuff like this again. Alright. Build phone. We don't know the number. Dial number. We don't know the number. Destination number. We don't know. So call date and what time. Doesn't say what these ones stand for at the bottom. DIR, SF, MM, SEC. And caller ID. So there's Metro PCS call detail for 16980 redacted. 125 pages, 1106 to 8106. So, rather than doing every single one of those pages, we're going to say, fuck that. Let's just go down and see if there's anything of interest. But if not, the interesting stuff is being redacted, and I will treat this as a redacted page. So, nope. So we're going to keep scrolling until we see something different, because these are just call logs. And we can't access the sensitive data because it's all redacted. Ideally, we want to know what these numbers are. These are the most important things, because these sort of detail who Epstein's been talking to. But sadly, we don't know. Oh. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Sadly, this is just garbage info, really. Like, I feel like with the Epstein Files, you know, they have released it, but I suspect they've heavily neutered it for the public. And that's not good. I think this is going to be a very, very boring stream, unfortunately. I really don't. Obviously, I don't know what I'm going to get going up and seeing what's next in the Epstein Files, but I don't like sort of not having you guys entertained. I did plan a short stream today anyway, because, you know, I've just been dealing with like funeral stuff all week, and, you know, I've been tired and want to rest, but I do want to sort of not disappoint people and show that I am still doing this. But sadly, this is not something I can read. Like, it's all the same dates, 4/10/2006, all these times. The times I've noticed are at clusters, so very, like, certain batches are very, very close to each other. So it could just be that he's been returning calls, answering messages, that kind of thing. It would, you know, I mean, we did see the essential memos saying, oh, please call me back later. So it could be that kind of stuff. Sorry, no, I shouldn't go through that quickly. Like, I'm being thorough with these Epstein Files. If something suddenly shows up, then I need to be able to say it. But sadly, we're not getting anything. I will... Yeah, nothing there. Yeah, most of these numbers are zeros. Most of the numbers in this column, zeros. Same with this one. SEC does vary a little bit, but it's... You know, I don't even know what these things stand for. Unless it's like security code or something like that. Or something. No, nothing in there. Okay. And, yeah, it does look like we're doing the same thing here. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, build phone, dial number, destination number, caller ID. All of that is redacted. That's all the useful information. The rest is just literally dates and times and random numbers. So I'm making the judgment call that I cannot narrate it. I've done it with stuff before. As I say, I hope I don't disappoint you guys too much. But it looks like we might be moving on to something else. No, we're not. And this is now page 1 of 179. Load of bollocks, if you ask me. I don't want to... You know, just give me the bill phone, give me the dial number, give me the caller ID, at least. The caller ID I can actually narrate, and I can actually say the names. But it's sadly not to be. Yeah, as I say, I understand this isn't just like a frustration of me like taking forever doing these or anything like that. I genuinely cannot read this. Like, there is no point in me reading this whatsoever. It's just numbers and dates and times. Alright, that's not there either. Are we going to get something different? Please can we get something different? It doesn't look like it. Well, I'm going to continue with further files and just skip through this until I see something different. And if it's short enough, I'll narrate it. And then I'll end the stream. But yeah, this is not impressed by this. It's just constant call logs. Nothing actionable. Okay. Caller ID. We got no caller ID for all of these. So, I mean, it could be, you know, there could just be a general thing and they've forgotten to leave it out here, or, you know, or what. But that, I think that is interesting. It's just some of it, some of these caller ID entries may also be blank, and it's just, they've just blanked the whole, they just redacted the whole column just so people don't speculate. Yeah. So one here, page 175 or 179. Are we going to get something different? Oh, hang on. I'm on a continuous scroll. Okay, that ends there. Are we going to get something different? Oh, Jesus, fuck. 16980.txt. Subscriber profile 083. C-type reto. Disk reason non-payment of B. Date 010906. Account number redacted. Bill cycle 8. Account name, L name, address, redacted. City Street, West Palm Beach, Florida, 33417-4212. HPHN. Work PHN, workplace, spouse, nothing entered. DAB, redacted. Associate group, both 0. DRV, LSC. Incom, cred, no. CEXP, 00/00 C-type, nothing entered here. Entry 90805. BL through 10906. LST pay 111005. Rate 0. Tax 0. Last payment 58.35. Bowdo 0.00. Last bill 0.00. Write off 174.40. Comment nothing there. Web work order. Available functions: F key action requested. F1 direct adjustments. F2 work orders. F3 special arrangement no. F4 manual switch interface. F5 billing address. Y, F6 sub-maintenance, F7 services, 0, F8 pay, adjust P, POS, N, F9 deposits, N, F10 billing history, F11 memo and ticket number, F12 pending work orders, N, controls. Bonus award prog, N, Paul bill, 0 months, no charge, N, no late charge, nothing there, Dunning, nothing there, paperwork, e-bill, N. ESC, exit subscriber process menu, cellular phones, disconnected 10906, non-payment of bill, MDN number redacted, min number 00000, redacted, account redacted, customer type retail, name redacted, user, lock code, ESN redacted, hex equals 21330DA6, model 6015, Nokia 6015, location H handheld, salesman Z38 USL, CSR ID, nothing there, commission, nothing there, contract 0001, no contract, activate 90805, ported status 0, log date 90805, term date 100805, toll carrier 0288, AT&T, origination, core perch, lease, campaign, standard transmit number, feature transmit number, batch date, nothing there. Functions available. Oh, sorry. CPHNINQ. Functions available. F1 forward, F2 backward, F3 show services, F4 3 minutes, no, F5 trouble ticket, no, F6 switch manager, F7 rate plan analysis, F8 minute adjustments, F9 phone maintenance, F11 airtime summary. Calls through 92606, 1920. Lease build, lease balance, nothing. Oh, MTD usage charges, no tax. Roam air charges, toll charges, other charges, total MTD charges, nothing there. Okay. Escape. Exit to subscriber profile. Subscriber profile 083. C-type retail. Disk reason. Non-payment of B date 01. Account number. Redacted. Bill cycle 8. Account name. Nothing there. L name address. Redacted. City. City Street, West Palm Beach, Florida 33441. HPHN, work PHN, workplace spouse, nothing there. DRV LLC, credit number, nothing there. DAB redacted. So group intercom CEXP 0000. So I'm gonna do this first. Sorry. Select option, memo inquiry page 003, collections memo, date 12/09/05, 1141, CSR SBHOTLN, requester, account hotline memo. This account was hotlined by SBOHTLN on 12/09/05, hotline by threaded process. Okay, so for those that don't know, for those younger viewers, this is a screen cap from very, very old software. Insanely old software. So I think the best I can describe it is you see like the binary type of screen that you see in the Matrix. That's actually more of a romanticized version. Imagine that, but a lot more clunky. A lot bigger. Similar to the screen on a calculator, I'd say. And that is closer to what you get. These are the earliest days computers. But earliest days computers, but still some systems do rely on them. For example, the bank that I used to work to years and years ago, it used a very similar interface to this. Like, sort of, what do you call it, Ascariart? Something like that? But yeah, but something from the days of Pong, for example, being responsible for the back-end software of your banking, which is not great. Good morning! Oh, it's not morning yet, but yeah, it's late night over here. I mean, I guess you could be one of our Australian friends. I've been very, very determined to try and find a time where I can actually be around for the Aussies, because you've got a really, really bad time zone for me. But no, good morning. I hope you have a nice time. I am actually getting towards the end of the stream, but it's very, very boring material. But hopefully we'll get to the end of it at some point. In fact, it will probably be at the end of this file. Anyway, we did this stuff. Entry 90805, Bufru 10906, last pay, rate 00 tax 0, Baldu 0, last payment 58.35 minus, last bill 000, comment nothing, web work order, F1 page forward, F2 page back, F3 add, F5 del, F6 change, F7 cell type, F8 cell date. Okay. Ask exit subscriber process menu subscriber profile 083. Is this a repeat? I think this is a repeat. Do. Yep, that is a repeat. Memo inquiry page 002, collections memo, date 10906, 10 CSR SBD BDisc, request account discount disconnect memo. This account was disconnected by CB disk on 010906, disconnected by threaded pros. F1 page forward, F2 page back. That's a repeat. I don't need to do that. That's web work order. Okay. These on the right are all repeats. I think these are all repeats. Okay. Well, I tell you what. Okay, we got a few changes here. That's fine. So a lot of these details are repeats. I'm just going to go for the ones that aren't repeats. Web work order is that. Okay, comment. WMP customer PO. Start. Do not disk or change MDN. NM. Entry 20806. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm completely broken. I tell you what. I'll recover this file when I've actually woken up, when I get a good night's sleep, and I will carry on through this file. So I'll make a note of where I was. It was actually part way for a file. And I'll go scout it out beforehand. If there are repeats, I will just start the next session and just go for it quickly, just make a note of it. But if not, I will just go for it from essentially the middle of the PDF at the moment and go from there. All right, yeah, I'll do that. I'm clearly not in the right mind to do this right now. So yeah, sorry about that. As I say, sorry I haven't been streaming as often this week. I've had the funeral, so I've had a lot on my plate. But yeah, I'm just glad I got this stream done. I'm glad we got a few things done. We made some progress. But as I say, not one of my best. Hopefully next time I'll be back a little bit fresher and I'll be able to progress with this a lot further than I have today. Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.